What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Pickleball U, the #1 collegiate podcast in the world, because for 3 months going, we're still the only one. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey.
Hold on. Like, Timber, I'm going to see if you recognize this. One is like Martin and I are together. We're getting ready for the Frenchie's Pickle Grouper Classic, man, which is going to be hilarious. So I have two things here for you, Martin.
Oh, God.
Do you intentionally forget to say Collegiate Pickleball Podcast, or you just like Collegiate Pickleball period, or Collegiate Podcast ever?
Ever, yeah. I don't think there's another one.
Collegiate Pickleball or just Collegiate?
I don't know. I'll make a compilation. Do I do this every time?
Every time.
I feel like there might be one or two, college football and college basketball podcasts.
Yeah, but who plays that?
Right.
Do they have a thing like in March? Aren't they done? Right? Is there college football still happening, Timber?
There's one more game.
Do you even know who's playing?
Well, I know I'm not going, unfortunately.
Oh. Yeah, no kidding. I do know because of you that I use playing. But listen, the other thing too, Martin, is like the ugly sweater episode was like 3 episodes ago.
Hey, my sister gave me this. It's really nice, guys. Look at the laptop camera. Yeah, I got the Grinch.
Are you out of laundry? Is that why you're wearing Christmas laundry at this point?
No, it's just comfy. It's 50 degrees in Florida. This is disturbing.
It is cold, Timber.
With like 20-mile winds, which is the brutal part.
Okay, wait. It's 17 here, so screw you guys.
Yeah, but what's your wind?
No wind. There's no wind.
No wind. No, people don't believe people from Florida, but Florida cold is different. Like the humidity just does something. It's not. I don't know.
That's the way it is here. I mean, you go to Colorado and it's 17. It's not bad at all. But freaking Southern Indiana down in this Ohio Valley, it's a different kind of cold.
Cold sucks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, seriously. I have, so we do this split age event. I know this is non-college related, but this is kind of what we do. Listen, they're making me play tomorrow. He's making me play tomorrow in this cold weather. Timber.
Yeah, he's playing with an influencer. He's gonna be a little nervous. The girl has 400,000 followers.
Are you kidding?
Jesus.
No. Bro, I'm not kidding.
I hope I don't get clipped.
Is she a college student? I mean, we're talking college pickleball. Is she college?
No. She's a very nice lady, but she's 50 plus.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
Not that you can't be in college when you're older.
Right. We should have had Timber come down and play.
Well, listen, I'm angling. I'm angling for a job in Florida. So if you, because I can't take this cold.
Don't say that.
I can't take this cold much longer.
Martin's got an extra room in his house.
No, I don't. No, but talking about Timber playing, I want to touch on your feud with Timber.
First off, you too. You too. Like, all right, et tu, Brutus. Like, what in the hell's happening here? I leave for like half an episode, and it turns into let's shit on David. He can't play pickleball.
No,
that was really strange.
I picked you to win.
No, you don't. He's right there. I don't listen.
Hey, our coach watched Coach Moore, and shout out to Coach Moore, and senior, one of the top ranked Masters players, 60 and over, and he said he was going to take me and drill me because there's no way he was going to let you beat me.
Bro, listen, Timber, you can try all you want to. I have PPA signed pros that win in rounds that the
Christopher Crouch does not count.
I have ATP pros. Listen, I got pros for days, dude, who can shape. I have access to so many resources, Timber. I don't even know.
How is Chris going to help you? Because he's going to show you athletic things, and that's not going to help you.
Oh my God! Wow.
You have underestimated my hands. I've been doing this for a long time, bud. I've been doing this for a long time. I might play bad, but my mental fortitude game is second to none. I will have you twisting and turning all over the place.
Nah, there's no way.
I think I don't know if we should announce it. No, we shouldn't announce
it.
Not yet. Announce the event. Okay, so guys. Like,
nice tease.
I don't understand. It's like one of us leaves and it's an absolute roast time. I love that about us.
Listen, I came in late and came in, and I was being trash talked as I arrived on set. So
I think we said nice things.
Not by us.
Yeah, that was all Jack, dude. That guy's
Jack was
an
talking
animal.
trash. But Timber, I'll admit it, bud. Like, I hope you lose. The absolute shenanigans that would happen if he. You still have to drive the bus. I can't have you getting fired. But like the shenanigans that would happen on that bus with him in charge.
Listen, so I go to practice Monday night, and of course my team watches the podcast.
Love that.
Carter Maris goes, "Oh my God, when we lose," he goes, "We're going to throw it on purpose just so we can hang out with Jack on the bus."
I love that. That's incredible. That's incredible.
We're throwing it.
That's an easy out for when you lose legitimately. They're like, we just wanted Jack.
Well, Mevish isn't going to play for us this spring. She's got too much pro stuff going on. And I said, "Hey, Mev, I'm so proud of you. That's fine. Don't worry about it." And then after this thing, I called her back and I said, "You got to come to one event, Mev. I really need you. I got to have you for one."
Listen, like, all right. Let's just talk about how this crazy little podcast, a bunch of dudes talking about college pickleball that we were like, yeah, cool. If the colleges watch, dude, Eric Tice hit our DMs going, "Dude, this is awesome. I'm learning so much about college pickleball." Like Eric Tice, we're like, bro, this guy's like at the upper echelon writer, like legit writer, is hitting us up going like singing, talking about how fun it is and how much fun we're having. I'm like, I don't know how it gets any better than this, man.
Yeah, no, for those that don't know, Eric Tice is probably the most knowledgeable guy in pickleball right now on the pro side. Yeah, so for him to hit us up was awesome.
Yeah, I was like, this is incredible.
This is going to grow, and we're going to have all these sponsors, and they're going to want to give us sponsor notes, and it's not going to be funny. No, we're going to go, "Hey, remember when we weren't making any money doing this? We were just doing it for fun. Remember how much fun it was back in those days?"
Hey, we make about like $1 an episode on ads. So thank you, everybody, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, share.
I think we owe you like a quarter or two. Not our fault.
Oh, my bad. Listen, we are working on something big, so. Like we're gonna have in the next week or so some absolute shenanigans. I think I have a great name for it too. So we're gonna be doing a nice, maybe a couple of little college pickleball events, a little different, a little more on brand for us. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Love it, love it. Let's hop right into this past weekend's results. Back on track to how our former episodes were. This was the first event of the season. We had the APP in Cape Coral, and lo and behold, FAU comes out on top.
I'm shocked. Oh my God, what an upset.
Dude, what a Cinderella run. Just unbelievable. I don't know how they did it.
Oh, we know how they did it. There was 12 teams. Like, we know how they did it. There were some good teams though, like not for nothing, APP had a chirp fest.
Oh my God, they did.
Did you see some of that action, like Timber, the chirp fest? What are your thoughts about? Listen, here we go, Timberific. What are your thoughts on the fact that it was an absolute chirp fest?
I thought it was a little much. It wasn't terrible. If you walk off the court friends, that's fine. If you're just doing it all in fun, that's no one chirps like old men on a pickleball court, so I'm used to that. But I just don't, I just want to make sure we keep the college pickleball is really classy. So let's keep it,
it is, huh?
Yeah.
No, now after those clips, I need to see UCF. UCF was the main culprits of the chirp. I need to see them play Virginia. UVA versus UCF might 150 decibels.
But what's funny is you got like Gianna. She's like the tiny little sweetheart out there, just like, guys, I'm here to play a little pickleball. They're the rest of our team. Yeah, we get it, but they are absolutely monsters.
Besides Ethan's like the only one on court. It's usually just their teammates off the court. It's just the other UCF members. It's not even the team
off the court. I'm good at that too.
Okay, Jacob Smith, national championships. Let's make sure and get UCF and Virginia in pool play. Let's get
all of them. Yep.
You think he would let us make our own pool, like one pool that we just pick?
But we can't announce what it was. Like it just has to be sneaky.
Yeah, because they go by duper. They try to balance them by duper scores. So
that's
it's funny. I was just working on my tournament and trying to zhuzh them a little bit. So even with your duper score, you don't want, there's 3 teams coming from Wisconsin. They don't want to drive 6 hours and then play another Wisconsin team in pool play.
That's fair. Like, I love that. But have you ever seen the pool play selection show?
No. I think
it's on the YouTube page. Turn in the Frenchies.
All Florida. Yeah, it's on this YouTube page right here. It's somehow some of our best performing videos. The players love it. The players love them.
You'd be really good at it too.
That would be a lot of fun. Do it like college basketball, where they.
It's like a bracket reveal. Like
yeah. It's fun. It's in good spirits. I make up a bunch of crap about people. Listen, but all right. So back to the chirping, right? My favorite was, first off, Martin was way off on his pick for his buddies in South Florida.
But dude.
But I didn't know how to feel about Thomas wearing a SpongeBob shirt with a paddle toss.
Yeah, Tomas is one of the guys on Nova that I had picked to get second. They got bounced in the quarters. They really let me down. He even got clipped getting smoked. One of those chirp videos was him with a nice little paddle toss too, man. You got to cool down. It's not a good look.
Timber, you experienced this, and I have a feeling we're going to see some Clip Nation coming out of your event because, Martin actually played in the World Cup, right? Which had a lot of nationality, right? Like, you're representing your country. Unreal. Representing your college is probably the second tier to that, right? Like, just playing, if me and you team up, Timber, we're playing doubles, it's cool. Me and you are doing our thing, that's fine. But when you're representing a school and you're the team and you've earned that spot, just like college football and everything else, man, it turns into a different level of intensity.
I agree. And you can be intense, and you don't have to. But you don't have to look like my good friend Fernando Mendoza. Do you ever see him chirping?
Listen, you don't know what he says in the game. Quarterbacks are just as chirpy. You have no idea. That dude could be. He's so polished. Who's one of the best chirpers of all time was Brett Favre, with a little rough off the court. Philip Rivers. As a quarterback, was one of the most chirpiest quarterbacks ever. That dude has 900 kids and is as wholesome as they come.
It's the sneaky chirpers that'll really.
Yeah. Well, I love when Magic Johnson talks about, he said, I'm all of a sudden I'm going up in college against this dorky white dude from Indiana. And I'm like, so I start chirping at him and trash talking, and he gave it back to me 100%. But what he didn't know, so, Larry Bird grew up around French Lick, Indiana, and he learned to play basketball with the servers at the resort there, primarily African-Americans coming down from Indianapolis. And they taught him how to play. They taught him how to chirp.
Yeah. That's where, there's good action there. All right. So you don't think that chirping is a certain level is okay, but as long as it doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah, I did. I don't. Yeah, exactly. As long as you can walk off court's friends at the end,
Yeah. I think that I'm confident that happens, right? Yeah. I'm sure it might take them a few minutes, but yeah. Because some of that stuff gets ratchet.
Yeah. My God. Yeah, to round out, FAU won. They're 57-0 in games in the 2 tournaments they've played. They've won both of them.
So all right, Timber, you're big on national governance, right? And setting standards. It's only been 2 tournaments and they've had 57 games.
That can't be right.
No, I think that I think that's right. I mean, okay, they themselves posted it, so.
Well, okay, so you're playing 4 games per Duper style match.
Now we're a math show. Okay, let's do it.
Well, now that we think about it, no, because if you play like four in the pool play and then play, obviously they're playing all the way to.
This is the sneaky part. You're not remember. They're doing their first one was NCPA, so they got 6 games there.
Yeah,
they get.
Well, no, they really didn't because it's best
for round robin. For round robin, they got.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 57-0. Which we say it every episode almost, but this FAU Utah Tech match has to happen.
It's happening at Cooper Nationals, 100%.
Well, unless I'm telling you, if Jack can get his academic crap together,
dude. Texas is
Texas
scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Gonna be right there. Yeah, Texas.
He started rattling off some names, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, Texas is insane."
Yeah. Wait, who are the other players?
Zoya.
Zoya, PPA player, signed.
Yeah.
This
can't play.
Eli Trumeter, who's like a 5'5" or 6'0" that Jack like trains with all the time.
Jeez.
And then this other like really good 5'0" girl, he said.
Yeah.
So
they got a new grad student girl in that. So they're going to be right there now. There's not really it'd be an awesome Final Four. There's not really a 4th team, I don't think. That if you think you're the 4th team, put it in the comments. But
who was the 3rd team?
Well, Texas, FAU, and Utah Tech. So maybe it's Utah Tech too. That might be the 4th team.
It ain't UF, man. They keep losing.
Listen, I know we're gonna do an interview here in a minute. But like, I have a question for you, and I hope that the interview can chime in on this. So, did you see the new MLP rules? So all 6 players can play in the match. So Premier, they have 6 players, they have 2 subs, right? Before they had to declare and they had to play the whole match. But now you could take 6 players and you could put them in just a dream breaker, you could put them in just mixed doubles, just gender doubles. You don't have to play the entire match. You can play one game.
So if you didn't play at all in the doubles matches, you can still play in the dream breaker?
Yep.
Okay, that's so at the college level, Duper was always, you didn't have to declare if you brought extra players, but they couldn't play Dream Breaker unless they played in at least one doubles match.
Nope. So do you think that it affects Utah Tech and FAU negatively? Like there would be another team that could come around and take hold in that top 3 spot, right? I mean, we're going fictional Texas, but would a rule like that change the landscape of college pickleball, or are they just that good it won't even matter?
Yeah, not yet, because you're not really looking at, like, I kind of did that last year at nationals. My top 2 guys, they're back together now, but they weren't playing very well together. They're both kind of dominant. Mm-hmm. So we put more of a right side player in men's, but that right side player isn't nearly as good a mixed player as this other guy. So that's how I mixed them. I had Carter Maris played both, and then Carter Wittendorf was his right side guy for
nice.
Yeah. And then Michael Asplin came in because he's a really good mixed player. So that's how we did it. And I honestly, that's the only time I've seen it in college is when we did it.
Yeah. So I just think that'd be interesting, right?
Oh, that'd be dope.
You know. Well, now, I know.
Yeah. I know another wrinkle on college pickleball.
Well, let me say this. I know Jacob at Duper really doesn't want to see single specialists. So I bet he's not going to allow it where, you just come in and play in a dream breaker. You got to at least play one doubles match to be eligible for the dream breaker.
Oof, I don't know if I like that. I feel like it would be cool.
I mean, I know plenty of I know a couple of MLP team owners that they're like, listen, once you make your name in singles, like stop playing singles. It doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
So we're still so new, but I'm like, hey man, if MLP's doing it, does college pick it up? Just let's add on another 18 pages of the rule book. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and if I don't know what the teams are going to look like in MLP this year, but it's time to free Mev Safdar. See, they need to get her off the bench. Let's go. I mean, I sacrificed that girl to MLP. She's not playing for me anymore. She ought to get to play.
Heck yeah, man.
Nice.
She's on the Mad Drops right now, or where is she at?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how that all shakes out.
We'll see in a couple months.
Yeah. I got some intel on the draft.
Alrighty, guys, we have another special interview for you guys today. It is the head of the college division. I don't know his official title, but the head of the college division for the UPA, but we know him more as former linebacker for Southern Oregon Raiders. What is up? Let's get him in here. Where did it go? Boom, we got Hunter.
That's insane. That's insane. You have too much time on your hands, man.
Thank you. That's incredible.
That's crazy.
Dude,
Dude,
you think like listen, you know we have like private investigators and stuff that bring like on our guests. You know we have that type of capability.
we need to see you undercover. Like, you know.
Oh my God, that was awesome. That's everything I wanted it to be.
I'm blushing. Thank you. By the way, Southern Oregon University, the Raiders, 2014 NAIA national champions. So
was that the year you played?
I saw him at 2013.
2013. I played 2013, and then I left. I went to Taiwan.
NIL? Did you get an NIL deal?
Oh no.
Yeah, but he absolutely mentored the future champions. He was a big role in that.
I was a practice squad hero. I mean,
I was gonna say he was like a tackling dummy. Like
nobody ran the other team's plays better than I did. It was
listen, like not for nothing, dude. Like we're giving Hunter a good time. That football training definitely comes in handy sometimes, man. When you got to hump those blowers and you got oh, this sounds so bad. When you got to like strap on the blowers to blow off the corks. And all that stuff, man, that comes in handy.
Dude, that was me at Orlando Challengers just a few months ago, man.
I know.
I had those bad boys. Dude, I had one on my back and one on the front, and I was like, dude, this is so much better than anything like I've gone through in football for college football. Like, dude, this is a breeze. Like, I'm having so much fun.
We're getting canceled. We're 100% getting canceled.
Yeah.
Listen, all I know is like you were doing that in Orlando, and I kept going, man, I know that all too well. That sucks.
Yeah,
like, oh, do you have an extra one? Nope. Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's it's anytime you run a tournament in Florida, man, you just know the rain's coming. You just accept your fate.
Don't say that. We're in town for one. Don't say that.
Yeah,
that to us.
I think I saw something on the radar.
Wait, so all right, we're talking about college pickleball. Hunter, what is your title with college pickleball in the UPA?
I am the collegiate director, or director for Collegiate Pickleball.
Close. Same thing. You said the same thing. What in the world? How did you get to that point?
That's a great question. So
there you go, dude. Every guest.
I can like, how far back do we want to? I can dive like all the way back.
Well, how about not back to when you were playing linebacker?
Fast forward a few years. I originally was working at Duper, interned there after going to a few tournaments. I'm like, man, this is sick. I'd love to get involved with it. I was already heavily involved running the Utah Tech Club. So I interned for Duper. I worked with them full time. And then 2024, I moved over from Duper to the UPA. And then now we work together on college pickleball, and I'm working with Jacob, who used to be my old boss. I used to report to him, and it's just like the good old days. We're just working together. I think Jacob and I make a great team, and working with Duper is so much fun.
Were you at the Boca Raton Super Regionals?
I was there.
I was there. I remember seeing you. That was like one of your early days, right?
I was. That was that was one of like the first tournaments I worked for Duper. That was a crazy one as well. It also rained.
Yep.
I was that was like when we were first figuring things out. I mean, they put me in charge of like the live streams, and it started raining, and I had to like get up on the ladders and put plastic bags. I'm like, dude, this sucks. I was on the roof, and we almost put a camera up there, but I was like on the roof taking photos with my iPhone. I'm like, dude, these are gonna look so sick. Like Instagram, the worst photos like you've ever seen, but like it was so much fun.
But to his defense, right? Like it was. I remember this because I had just started as state director for Duper, and so they sent him these like cameras, and they had like their own like device that they had to be kind of tuned into, and it was on a fence, and it didn't really come with a lot of equipment, and you're like almost having to duct tape these cameras on the courts, and it was tough angles. The Boca Lifetime is a great facility, but it's tough on like a tournament setting.
The fences are pretty high too. There's not a lot of like baseline viewing space at all. So
the only ref you had there.
Yeah, I look back, those are the good old days of college college pickleball, man. It was that was a blast.
Drew Holder played in that. You had Ava Ignatowicz was playing in that. Yeah. I remember that stuff. Jenna and Miles were all playing. Yeah.
We were at FSU at the time.
FSU was.
We were just talking about trash talking in college pickleball. One of my early Hunter memories is we always have these chats on GroupMe, like for the national championship, and all the players start chiming in. And Hunter had to go in and turn the chat off because of where everybody's driving to Atlanta, so everybody's got time on their hands, and these chats are just blowing up with trash talk. And Hunter, do you remember who the number one trash talker in that group was?
It was Zach Card.
No, okay.
Zach Card.
Now the biggest one was female.
Oh, was it Ava?
It was. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How do we get?
I had never
find it.
It was.
What's it called? Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
Miles has generational beef with Ava. No, I'm kidding. There's no beef, but they would definitely mess around with Miles.
So wait. So now you're in like a real not for nothing, man. UPA director of college, especially in the alliance with Duper and all that good stuff. Now you're in a role where you have to like go, hey guys, we have to be kind of professional and do that. How do you feel about Chirp Nation on the courts?
Timber, we've talked about this a lot because there's been some instances, and
we just had a guy in a SpongeBob SquarePants shirt. I don't know.
I think there's really two schools of thought. One is like leaning more towards tennis. It's kind of more gentlemanly. Manners are important on the court, and then the other school of thought is, no bars held. You say what you want. Get in their head. Me personally, I like the chirping. I love the mental mind games that you can play. Now, as long as it's peaceful, right? And players, you got to figure that out, right? You can't just be saying some vile stuff on the courts and think there's no repercussions, right? But I think it is part of the game. I think that it's also like really unique to college too. I mean, college pickleball itself, and this is why people love it so much, the energy is unmatched. It's insane. It's chaotic. And it's very, very tribal, more so than any other flavor of pickleball. And so people love.
Yes, sir.
One thing I stand by is I think the one thing people love more than cheering on their team is cheering against the team they hate. And so it unites people. And I think chirping in college pickleball, when it doesn't cross the line, is a very big part of the sport. And I personally love it.
I would love to just like have a rivalry week where we bring in teams that have natural rivalries, like Alabama and Auburn, but we incentivize the fans and raise a certain amount for charity. They get to pick either an advantage or a penalty for the other team. All right, so you're running collegiate for UPA, right? Super passionate about it. You come from the OG status of when it first started. What are you looking forward to in this spring? Is it spring semester? Right?
To be spring.
I've been out of college for a long time. As the spring semester starts,
5 years.
500. What is something you're kind of looking forward to in the spring semester of college pickleball?
100% nationals. It's going to be nationals. Yeah, I think there's a few more bids left to be won as far as super regionals go. It'll be interesting to see the teams that rise to the occasion. It's especially now, the pressure's on to win and get those last remaining bids. So you see teams travel a lot more to super regionals, more than they normally would. And these later tournaments kind of become more stacked in my opinion, at least from what I've seen. I am so excited for nationals this year. It's going to be at Peachtree Corners, that Lifetime again. It's an incredible venue. I mean, the place is absolutely beautiful. Knock on wood, no rain. We seem to bring it every year, so maybe this is the year we get lucky.
Yeah, there's no chance there's going to be rain in April in Georgia.
Yeah, no. I mean, what are the options again?
Don't
right?
we have indoor courts
for the members?
Yeah, well, no, we use them, but there's not enough of them.
Yeah, no kidding. We've done a few events there. You know, we're gonna be there, Hunter.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. You're gonna sell.
We kind
of just like manifesting.
Oh, is it? I mean,
no, it's good. It's good.
No, we would love to have you there. We can get you guys set up courtside, or do some interviews, little game day action, maybe. I don't know.
That is our model. Our model is game day. We're gonna get the big heads. Our model is absolutely game day.
I'm sure you guys want them. You guys, hey, listen, we're coming. It's gonna be fun, man. We love it to see what it's doing. So you're looking forward to nationals, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I just want to keep asking you questions we debate on and see if, you and I are really, truly aligned and against Timber. But like, look, FAU is on a historic run, right? What are your thoughts about that level of play being in college pickleball? I mean, they're in college, but they're also playing really high level pro, and they are just smacking everybody. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
As far as them being
good for the sport, or good for college pickleball?
Is it good for college pickleball? I don't know. Do you think it's bad for college pickleball? I think raising the level is always. I don't think we should ever shy away from raising the bar. I don't think we should ever shy away or try to artificially lower the level of play in college pickleball. I think that as long as these are students that are taking credits, that are meeting the eligibility requirements, which, I mean, that could be a whole different topic. Which we've talked about it. Which we've talked, Tim, we've talked a lot about it, and there are definitely some places that we can improve, and you can probably expect some improvement starting next season. But I think as long as they fit the criteria and they're good, we shouldn't punish players for being good if they check all the other boxes.
Yeah, we agree. Like, I think that, what players are doing competition-wise is what happens on the courts. The, directive of college pickleball growing on the campuses is a separate story than what the tours are doing. And so if they're meeting all the rules and things like that, why can't they go out and compete? And, even Utah Tech making serious cash doing this, like, hey, they're just they're not breaking any rules. So, it's good. Will there ever be a time that there's like D1, D2 completely separate, where based on some criteria, you have to play not in the challenger based on a tournament, but your school is actually designated into that division?
Yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I don't know. Probably not, but pickleball is moving and evolving at such an insane speed, especially college pickleball, where like if pickleball is like the new frontier, like college pickleball is absolutely the wild, wild west. So I think things are changing so much that it could be. Jacob and I, we've toyed around with a lot of different ideas and formulating how we could potentially want it to look. We've talked about things like D1, D2 separation, things like a relegation system. There are tons of different options, but whatever one we pick, it'll be for whatever the best is for college pickleball.
I do just little side note is I do genuinely believe that everybody involved in the space is out for the good of the sport of pickleball in general, and taking these college kids and really giving them good platforms and good advantages and a showcase and all that good stuff. I haven't met couple, but I haven't met, for the most part, everybody is in it for the good of the sport. I love to see that. And you're talking about the Wild Wild West. It's 100% the Wild Wild West. You got a Collegiate Pickleball podcast as one of the top podcasts in the country right now.
Go vote.
Because of the, according to the Dink. So vote for us. And Hunter, I mean, that's crazy right there that many people are interested, and it shows how much it's grown, right?
Yeah, I will say, sidebar, I did vote for you guys.
Yeah.
So last
interview,
I nominated you guys as well to be on the list. So
that means a lot.
That's our biggest fans.
I'm team podcast all the way, baby.
Let's go Pickleball U to the moon.
To the moon, skyrocket, boom.
All right, you guys have any questions for Timber? I know you're dying for this.
Well, so
you guys talk.
What you got to know about me and Hunter is the first event we went to, we didn't know anything about college pickleball. We just showed up at an event in Detroit, and Hunter and Jacob were there, and I wanted to learn all I could. And Jacob, you're not going to get in a long conversation with Jacob, especially when he's trying to run a tournament. So it was a lot of yeah. and so then I realized, I can corner Hunter and learn about this. So Hunter, so then Hunter became my Yoda for my first year of college pickleball. I would call him up. And so I call him up and I'm like, Hunter, this dude is like blowing up my phone and blowing up my text. This dude from California, what is his deal? And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, that Noah kid at NCAA, I don't know what he's doing. He goes, but I'm staying away from it. It's never going to go anywhere. And the next thing I know, Hunter's team is in the tournament. We didn't go because I listened to Hunter, and then his team went to the tournament. And did they win it?
Hunter is good at the mind games. I love him trying to convince teams not to go so he could win the money.
Exactly.
I love that.
That is what I think happened. Looking back now, I think that's what happened. But
yeah, I can. I don't know if I can confirm or deny those statements, accusations.
Uh-oh.
Well,
it's a good thing. We have a pretty good reputation of really following the letter of journalism here and reporting facts.
Yep.
So yeah, that's an awesome story.
So, but Hunter, all the questions I'm going to ask you, we've already talked about, but I want other people to hear your kind of take on it as well. What do you think will happen with, PPA and Duper are obviously very closely aligned. But also you're kind of running separate things as well. What do you think the future is for that alliance?
Yeah, I think the future looks incredibly bright for that alliance. Now, I think off the bat, you may see the PPA, MLP, UPA pretty doing different things than Duper, and you might try and struggle and find where the connection is. But what I think it does, and what my goal has been ever since the beginning, ever since the very first national championship, where they had MLP players there coaching us, they had Inside out there doing production, or Boxcar doing streaming, and it looked incredible. Like, the event was awesome. You had Steve Kuhn there handing out pizzas to everyone.
You had Martin Michelson playing. Yeah, it was
unreal. Had some guy in a bucket hat and shorts in 30-degry weather out there.
You're getting smoked by Colin Schick.
No, that was a different event.
You probably got smoked by somebody.
I probably did.
I mean, ever since then, those first events, I'm like, this, we've got to find ways to align this. We got to find ways to align college pickleball with the pro scene, and with all the momentum that the pro pickleball is getting. College pickleball aligns with that perfectly, and it feeds into it perfectly. So what my goal is, and hopefully at least one of the things from this partnership, is that we can help fit college pickleball into a vertical where people, from the moment they pick up a pickleball paddle when they're a preteen, they can go and play juniors, and then play in high school. They can play up to U18 now in PPA juniors. As soon as they do that, they graduate and they go to college. And guess what? You can still play pickleball in college, and now you have this whole tour built out. And then once you graduate college, if you want to keep playing, you can play in challengers now and grind and earn tour points and go play. And take a look at Chris Crouch, for example.
Ooh.
I mean,
who?
He's our producer, Chris.
Oh, sick. Well, I mean, yeah. Like he's a perfect example of someone who I mean, I wouldn't say college made him, but I am sure it played a big part.
He's had a good week. He won mixed doubles and challenger this week.
Yeah,
he turned around and won first round of mixed and first round of men's.
Yeah, that was good.
Pretty good.
And now he's going to go and try and sell backside
backside
boogie buyback in for $20 to raise money for Big Brother Big Sister.
All right, let's get back.
All right.
So you're talking about challenger.
I mean, just being able to fit college into a slot where it makes sense. It's someone's lifetime of pickleball, and I think college fits perfectly into that, and it aligns really well with what we're already doing in the PPA. So I think the future looks bright, and being able to continue to integrate college pickleball as a step in the journey of someone's pickleball career is it's a great sign.
So you mentioned a little bit about like the step, and so I think maybe you and I are aligned in this train of thought. We'll see. Do you see the financials of college pickleball for the player becoming the space where it's like, okay, I'm not quite there at the pro level, but I could go make a decent living playing college with maybe some like NIL style deals, sponsorships, because they're getting that notoriety that they wouldn't get on, if you're, a mid-tier challenger, but they can go do this while they're still kind of developing, getting to know the sport a little bit, and then also compete against some challengers instead of like necessarily trying to go for that signed pro contract. Both of them combined are a space. Do you think the financials get there soon?
Yeah, I think it can be definitely a viable option. I mean, obviously you'd have to, if you are doing that, you'd have to make sure your plan is rock solid and you pick a good school to go play for. But for example, take a bunch of the juniors, the PPA juniors. You have incredibly talented PPA juniors that are really, really, really good. But the pro game it's also improving as well, and it's expanding, and the level at the pro, to break into pros is getting harder and harder. You can't just, maybe you had the Annalie Waters, right? You had Gabe Tardios, Hayden Patrick Quinns, right? All these young players that could go straight to pro. I think we'll see that less and less. And I think college becomes that option that players can choose, as they continue to build up their skills and become a better player.
I mean, no doubt about that, man. Like I commentated the junior match and it was insane.
They're so good.
They were so good. I did it in Daytona. And, you look at those kids, they're going to be going to college. And then there's people like Timber out here going, how do I get my school to be the #1 collegiate pickleball team in the country and match up with their football team and start offering like for real scholarships at making it into a varsity sport versus just a club sport. And really then he starts, dangling that carrot in front of kids where it's real scholarships as incentive instead of just straight cash, and making that, a real part of the sport. You see that coming soon?
Absolutely. I do. I think schools will start to jump on the bandwagon, and I'm optimistic, but I really do think schools will see some of the notoriety that winning will get you, and they'll support the teams more. You have the varsity programs already. You have Drury as a great example. Hopefully we'll see some more schools adopt that. I think at first it'll be smaller schools where pickleball really moves the needle in terms of registration and in terms of recruiting. But once it'll become a snowball effect. Once some schools start doing it, other schools will catch on, and hopefully more and more teams become backed by the actual institution itself.
So something happened this weekend that I'm still mulling over in my mind down at the Challenger event.
It'd be good.
And so Coach Morin, the IU coach, was down there watching. He's got a house down there, and he sent me a picture of a young pro that I know. I mean, I've heard of, and he said, "Oh, look, here's our newest, recruit. And I thought it was just a funny, ha ha ha. That was a cool picture. She had approached him and said, "Hey, I'm trying to play on tour right now. I'm taking a gap year, but I would really like to go back to college next year. But my parents can't afford college, especially out of state. If I wanted to come to Indiana, is there a way you could help with, with a scholarship?" And I'm like, "We got to figure this out." Yes,
that's all he needed.
I need Pickleball's Mark Cuban to write me a check, and because that's exactly what happened here, exactly what you just said. Right. I think these pros are going to start approaching these schools, going, "Hey, I want to be a part of this, and I want to get an education, and I want to play pickleball, and we got to figure out how to help them."
You have one, Timber. You talk to him on a regular basis. Just get old Gordo to write a check, buddy. Just get him to write a check.
With some paddles.
Listen, there you go. There you go.
We have Gordon and I have kind of a dual relationship because we're huge IU guys and he's my boss. So it's kind of like I try not to bug him too much about it. I am going to point out to him if things go well with the national championship Monday, I am going to point out that Indiana University football is undefeated since he hired me at Yola. So I think those things are related.
It's got to be.
Yes.
Got to be.
This is what we deal with on a regular basis, Hunter.
But I'm telling you guys, this is coming. I mean, Utah Tech's been doing it for a long time. When did you start offering money to play on the team, Hunter?
Oh, so it was, it was 2023, I believe. 2023.
From Hunter's bank account, he would pay people directly.
You
I would, dude. I
have bank accounts. Well, maybe not. I don't know Utah. I don't know.
I wish.
Wait, you paid the team?
So what we did is first off, Utah and especially St. George has a very strong pickleball community.
Huge.
We had incredible support from the community, and we were able to secure a private scholarship from a local business owner that was a big fan of Utah Tech. We offered a partial scholarship to cover the top 4 players for that year.
And so you paid for their travel and tournaments, or it paid for their their meals?
So it was a private scholarship, but we went through the school and it was applied directly to their tuition.
Holy crap, dude.
I would assume that's similar to what Drury does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
And then
I should bring our pickleball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're terrible. And you went to Gainesville.
Gainesville, let's go, Swamp.
Seriously, Gainesville has 3.5 pickleball courts. One of them is covered in leaves.
Nah, there's 4.
Yeah. No, it was. I think it was after the individual championship in 2023 when Martin beat one of our guys, Max Nadal.
I
beat 2 of your guys. Thank you.
Guys, we just decided no way are we going to lose to a bucket hat kid again.
You had on a bucket hat?
I wanted them.
We gotta start spending some money. Make sure we never get done like that again.
Finally, some praise.
Yeah, you have any questions, Chris?
I do. I have a fun one. You've been in college pickleball since basically the start, and this is a question that pops up around all different subjects. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of college pickleball? It doesn't have to be a player. Literally anybody in the college scene. Who do you think deserves a spot on college pickleball Mount Rushmore?
Shoot, that's a great question. Is that top 4 or top 3?
4.
Top 4.
First of all, you don't know there's 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore?
Well, okay,
because while he's thinking about it, I was gonna ask, where is Mount Rushmore?
The Dakotas,
South Dakota.
That's what I thought.
Okay, I would have to go. I'd have to go number 1, Colin Chick. First kind of superstar in college pickleball. I think he paved the way.
I can agree.
He was,
unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. Great guy. Great guy.
He was the guy. Oh, such a great guy. Such a great guy. Incredible. Number 2, I would have to go. Man, this is tough.
It's a thinker for sure.
It is. I mean, there's so many different options to choose from. I would go.
You're gonna leave somebody out. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Just prepare for it.
I am.
I'm editing in Jeopardy music too.
Okay. I'll go Jacob Smith. I think
Love that. That might have been my one.
The best thing about the presidents being on there, there's no ranking. It's just 4.
Yeah.
You don't have to rank them. Like, these aren't the ranking order. They can all be interchanged. You can put one on the right, one on the left.
Yeah, Jacob's my goat.
Yeah.
That guy's great.
2 out of 4 in 14 minutes.
Yeah, he's got to be one of the smartest guys in pickleball, I think. And he's just hands down the nicest, best guy, not a bad bone in his body. So huge props to that guy. Another one I would add on there. Shoot, I mean, I don't want to be a glazer, but I think my 3 and 4 would be probably Timber and Jared from Drury.
Oh my gosh!
Listen, I'm not kissing ass. Okay?
That's insane.
Can you clip that right now, Martin? I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that.
I really think that clubs and teams with very strong leadership have absolutely shaped college pickleball into what it is today, and are setting the example. I think one of the pities of college pickleball right now is teams that have a lot of potential but lack strong leadership. And it's not like a lot of times not through any fault of their own, and that's also part of why being involved in a club is incredible, is that you get to learn those lessons and you get to grow those skills. But I think clubs that have strong leadership and programs that have had strong leadership have absolutely been molded into examples that the rest of the teams out there should look up to.
No, I agree with you, man. And we give them a hard time, but we love them. And I will share this because we trash each other a lot on the show. I remember Martin and I started this show, and I was like, because Martin knows like all of you, and I was like, I love college pickleball. Like, I went to the event in Boca, and I've always been like, what can we do? And so we invested in some tech and some different stuff. And I was like, hey, let's get into this side. And we started it, and then somebody called me up. I was like, hey, man, I got a guy that knows a lot about college pickleball, and he loves it and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, cool. Well,
let's give it a whirl.
I'll talk to anybody, right? I got off the phone. I was like, oh, let's have like a 10, 15-minute conversation. That was an hour and a half. And I got off the phone, and I called Chris and Martin. I was like, this is the guy, dude. This is the guy. This guy knows more about college pickleball than I think college pickleball knows about college pickleball. Like, I was like, and I'll go, he's going to fit in so well. Like, 2 old dudes talking about college pickleball is going to be hilarious, right? And it's like, I'm like, I don't know anything. Like, they have taught me so much. I just bring up Timber's name, and I'm like, oh, yeah, we know. I'm like, oh, my God, dude. Like, it happens a lot. So he is probably a good call on the Mount Rushmore. Timber, do you want to tell us why?
What I remember with that conversation, David, is you were very professional, and you said, now listen, I think you'd be a good fit, but you can't come in there and start shilling for IU and shilling for Yola. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll never do that. And that's all I talk. I'm like the Paul Feinbaum of IU pickleball. So
yeah.
Timber has not picked IU once to win a tournament. Not once.
Speaking of IU, right? We'll change something. We'll, you got to time sensitive here. But like, have you ever been on the bus?
Dude,
the bus is new. Hunter's not been on the bus yet.
I haven't. I've driven a 15-passenger van around the country with the Utah. We have the Utah Tech 15-passenger van. It was actually, if you know Benson, it was his dad's van. He just like let us use it.
That's sick.
We would drive that all around. It was incredible. Timber's bus. I mean, if I were ever to be so lucky and honored with an invitation onto the bus, I would be a fool to turn it down.
Are you coming to Noblesville?
I won't be, no.
Oh, because these guys have bullied me into a bet that if Texas comes up and beats IU, Jack gets to drive the bus around. And my freaking team Monday night was talking about it. They're like, we're going to throw the match to Texas just so we can hang out with Jack on the bus. So if you and Jacob want to come on the bus in Noblesville, I'll make it happen.
Nice.
All right. So Hunter, I definitely appreciate your time. I got one kind of,
Sure.
hard hitting question because we're full of good questions here. And it actually is. Like, the rules are all over the place, right? And you're going to the spring semester, but what is the one thing you're wildly passionate about enhancing as far as a rule goes for pickleball to make it more streamlined or just make it a better experience for the pickleball community, players, fans, everybody? What's a rule that you're like, man, if I could change this, I would?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I think that could be improved in not just college pickleball, but pickleball in general, as far as the rules go. I think line calling it can sometimes be atrocious. Thankfully, I don't think we're plagued like college tennis is. There is some hooking, but I think most of it is pretty good. I think that's great. I think, what I wish is that all of college pickleball, not just us, but all of college pickleball could probably agree to one set of rules. I'm obviously biased. I think that it should be our set of rules. I think it's the best. With the reasoning behind that one is we align with what everyone else does. Outside of what we do, you go to minor league pickleball, they have pretty much the same exact rule set, and it translates directly to how MLP plays. I think that's important for the sport, to make sure, make sure you have some continuity, but also, if you have all these different rule sets, at least when I was coaching, I'm not the smartest guy, dude. I don't know how some of these teams keep up with those rules. It's insane, honestly.
They watch Pickleball U.
If you ever don't know any of the rules, you can come here to Pickleball U, get up to speed, get told what it is. But I mean, it's a lot. I think for the better of the sport, everyone using one rule set would be incredible. I think it would bring better experiences. It would be better overall for the players specifically.
Good answer.
That's a good answer, man.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there like something glaringly you think should change?
We ask the questions here, bud.
Damn.
I guess for me, it's just unification. It's something that I see, the world that we live in, doing tournaments and things like that. We kind of are at a pace with the pro tours trying to make it similar, but a different experience. We obviously don't do everything they do, but like giving that amateur player that, I think for college pickleball, it's tough on the colleges to go through, different systems with different formats. And like, I'm compassionate and empathetic to what they have to go through, where you're preparing for one tour to do something. Next week or 2 weeks, you're preparing completely different. The registration's different. The requirements are different. For a college kid to have to deal with that, right, is tough. Because like you said, not every college has a timber. Not every college has a coach. It's a grassroots thing where colleges aren't investing into it. It's, a club sport where they get $4,000. They're not using it to pay somebody.
Yeah,
right?
$4,000. What are you talking about?
Whatever, right? Like even still, they're not using it to pay somebody. They're using it for travel and tournaments and, getting their team to actually compete. Having to deal with that is, to me, the biggest nonsense that I see. So I get there's different tours and everybody has different agendas, and there's, businesses that are run on this, but like, man, there's gotta be a way to just unify the tours. So either you're all competing at least somewhat similar rules. Cause right now that just doesn't happen.
It's wild. Yeah, no, and I don't know if it's, if the rules are different for each tour because they're just trying to be different than each other or what. But, I do think coming together, finding a common set of rules that's probably already widely used in pickleball already would be a good thing for college pickleball in general.
And I'm not, it's not a knock on anybody. We deal with it, right? Like we have a league that still uses rally scoring because minor league pickleball still uses rally scoring, right? Where the pro tours, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it. It's just like, we deal with it pros like, hey, you're a pro, step up to the plate. College kid, man. Like, you're taking classes, you're figuring out the world, you're maybe away from home for the first time. Like I don't like seeing the sport be an added stress other than the competition.
Yeah, that's a great point.
A counterpoint to that though is like no, listen. So this is kind of crapping on myself a little bit. One of the things at IU, they've had me as a volunteer, and I love this more than life itself. It's so much fun. But if you look at like club sports, part of what they're supposed to be is teaching students how to run something. Like every one of the kids on my team is going to be on a nonprofit board someday because they're all going to be zillionaires running, and then volunteering for nonprofits. So they got to learn Robert's Rules of Order. They got to learn what a committee's like, and so they haven't had to do that at IU a lot. And I think we're weaker for it. So you look at a Virginia or you look at a Purdue that has pretty much done it without any real adult leadership. They're adults, but you know what I mean. They're learning something other than, because most of those kids aren't going on to play pro pickleball, especially at Purdue. They suck. But that's not true. They're friends of mine. But they're learning a skill. And I'm telling you, and Virginia, I don't live close to them, so I just see them from afar. But the Purdue program is rock solid and 100% student led. They got a great advisor, but they do all the heavy lifting, and I'm really proud that pickleball has been a part of just their development.
But like, all right, and this is where Tim and I start arguing. This is that segment. But like
an hour in, oh baby.
Yeah, but like, Hunter, I'm gonna give my rebuttal here, and then you tell me who's right. Listen, but like, all right, so I get it, right? We're teaching life lessons. But the sport and the tour that you're competing on shouldn't cause the pain. It should be having to work with other, how to grow your club, how to manage your club. But when you, the APP tour where you have to like fill out something for NERSA and go into Pickleball Den and have an account. And then if you sign up 2 teams, it's this account. Like, oh, and this is the format that we have to prepare for. And then you got the other one that has a different software. It's like, listen, that is an hour of their time. If you do that constantly, that's an hour of their time that they could be sitting at a table, communicating with players to put a paddle in somebody's hand, or they could be sitting in a committee meeting talking about how they go from 200 to 300 people and doing that, which translates way more than, well, actually, if you live in the corporate world, it probably translates well. But like that skill translates much better than filling out a new piece of paper because I want to do things different because I don't want to be like the other tours just to do different stuff, man. All right.
Hunter. We agree on that.
Dude, I hate to be that guy, but I think you guys are both right.
No.
Hear me out. I know that's like the worst answer. I promise I have a spine.
Well, maybe not from football, but
impressed a little bit. I got hit in the head a lot. I don't know. So I think you're both right. I think the tours themselves absolutely should not cause extra stress. I think players have, and especially the players that are leading their own clubs, they have very limited bandwidth with what they're already doing. I think that, pickleball, as fun and exciting as it should be, it should never come before your classes, should never come before preparing yourself for your career.
I disagree.
I will disagree with Martin. That's fine. I disagree with his disagreement.
Yeah, you go. Martin's wrong. I love it.
You know, and I think it's on us to make sure. And one thing that we do, like Jacob and I, we talk a lot. We make sure that, you know, we want to do certain things to legitimize our processes, to make sure to protect the integrity of the sport. But at the same time, we're also looking at, you know, does this cause unneeded friction? Are we doing this out of tradition versus what's actually best for the players? And Jacob and I, we get that a lot because we've both been there. We've both run our clubs. We've both been those busy students who, you know, might have to do homework on nights of a tournament when you're 3 states away. You know, we very intimately understand that. And so I think there is a responsibility for us to make sure that we make that it's you know, as frictionless as possible. But also, you know, I do agree with you, Timber, that we should expect these students to step up. And this is an incredible opportunity. I hope every single club leadership who listens to this podcast, so, you know, every single player in the world, college player in the world, you know, I hope they do step up, and I hope they do treat this as the opportunity, because this is so important. It's where you will learn your skills for the future. It's running a club and running an organization and managing finances, managing travel, managing partnerships. I mean, it's all super applicable to what you're going to do afterwards for most people. And so I think that their bandwidth in running their club shouldn't be clogged up by figuring out the rules or figuring out, you know, you got to go visit the registrar for the 8th time this semester. Right. On your team, and, you know, how are you going to travel? What uniforms are you going to wear? What sponsors are you know, going to send you money? You know, how are you going to ask the school for money? It's I think both of you guys are right, but yeah, really, there is a responsibility for us to make sure we make this as easy as possible, that it still protects the sanctity of college pickleball.
All right, so we're both right, Timber, but Hunter, who was a little more right than the other one?
Martin.
David, I think you're a little bit. I think I do side with you. I do side with you, David.
I know I'm the old guy in the room. Actually, I agree with David on that. I mean, you know, right? The freaking paperwork on one specific tour, especially, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, I had one of my top players who does he does the most work of anybody on the team off the court. He was like, I don't want to play those tours anymore because filling out the paperwork is just stupid. The amount of time I had to spend, you know, filling out paperwork. So I agree with that. I do like the character building part of it. I think it is a good thing. I look around my team going, these are the people I'm going to be asking a loan from in a few years.
Yeah.
Because they're all, you know, but okay, here's one from me, maybe our last one. So, and there's really an either or. You can't say we're both right. David Tabb, Timber Tucker, skinny singles, one match. Who takes it?
David, all day.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Number one guest on the number one Pickleball podcast in the world. Hunter, my guy. Listen.
Dude, wow. I think Timber would have rather you said he win that than be on Mount Rushmore. Wow.
Well, we can prove this one. So this is going to happen.
Oh,
so,
this might be the feature match.
Let's cancel the East versus West All-Star game.
I think that's exactly.
We should do it at halftime of the East versus West.
There you go.
Dude, wait, I've been training. Give me Colin Schick again. Get him back on get him back on tour.
We don't need that.
We don't.
Well, that'd be, you know, hey, how about me and Chris versus you two in doubles?
Me and no, that's light work.
Yeah, I mean, dude, me and Martin wax people all the time.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. The chemistry is just unreal.
You understand, I've beaten Martin and Chris at pickleball.
Who was your partner?
David Dismuke.
That was the wrong question. The question is, what hand were we using?
It's like, yeah, me and Ben Johns beat him. Oh yeah, you stood off the court and let Ben Johns beat him. I get that. So,
Hunter, did you have fun on the show, man? What'd you think?
Dude, this is so much fun. I hope I get an invite back. The show,
for sure, bro. You can come back anytime you want if you Tell people how awesome I am at pickleball.
Yeah, dude, I listen every week. It's like this is like my Disneyland, man.
Dude, that's
do you
awesome.
Really listen every week?
Yeah, I do. I don't comment. I let Jacob comment.
It's okay, man. We accept all lurkers.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Jacob's my fact checker. When I say something and I get it wrong, I get a text from Jacob. So.
It's usually me saying something wrong. I have no idea.
What's your next event?
Brother,
What's your next Dipper event? What's
you
your next
put in
Dipper
a lot
event
of time here, man. Appreciate what you're doing for the sport. Loved hearing about your journey and chopping it up with us, man. Any parting words that you're like, hey, man, I'm gonna give you the platform here. You say what you want about college pickleball, brother.
Play college pickleball. You know, if you're going to be a student on campus walking in the quad, it's going to be club rush. You're going to be invited to come out and play pickleball. You're going to think those guys are stupid. Swallow your pride, go out, try pickleball. It will change your life.
There we go, baby.
Absolutely.
Hunter, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Have an awesome night.
Appreciate it. We'll see you. I'll see you guys at Nationals.
All right. So I know it's not breaking news, but it's breaking question. So I have it on good authority that the Duper College Pickleball Tour is not going to be sponsored in 2026 by Adidas. It is not. That's pretty well for sure. So the question becomes, and I think we'll know within the next week or so, the question becomes, Duper was interested in doing a non-endemic sponsor. They were going to get Hyundai or Gatorade or something. That didn't happen.
Go Gators.
So who is going to pick up the title sponsorship for Duper? Who do you guys think it'll be?
So let's look at, all right, let's think about this logically.
Well, Paddletech's got some money freed up. I was thinking about
that.
I was gonna say,
yeah, they got some
a lot of
money
divesting into the pro sport. I've had some conversations with a couple of paddle companies that want to get younger.
Yeah.
Like my initial thing would be Selkirk because they sponsor a college tour that is not good.
So you think they're going to just grab all of them? Like,
well, I think people love trying to be in the college space, but like it's not as easy as people think it is, and you have to put real work behind it. We do a lot of work with Selkirk, so I think they might be in, or the only thing that leads me to Paddletech is 35 Capital also owns that college pickleball paddle licensing brand, like Bounce or Boom something. Them, or I mean, YOLO.
You always got to throw them in anything pickle.
Anything pickle,
yeah.
Throw them in. I mean, that would probably suck though.
I'd love it, but
yeah, you would. Yeah, well, listen, like I think that. Oh, let's dispel one rumor out there. It ain't us.
Oh yeah, Pickleball U is not.
Well, we would like. Listen, not for nothing, we wouldn't do it because like it doesn't make sense for us. But also too is I love like Tim, and just so everybody knows, Timber does a lot of work with all the tours, right? Just promoting the sport, right? So I love how we can be biased in our own way, but non-affiliated with the tours. Like the only reason we're going to Duper Nationals because of the last one of the year. Last one of the year. That's our standard, right? So
well, are we going to try to go to at least a couple of the other ones too?
Yeah,
we'll go there.
Wind up at a couple other ones.
Yeah.
But like, that's where I'm going. Okay. Those are my picks. That's true. That's true too.
So I thought that was a good argument.
I'm looking forward to seeing who it is. I think like a title sponsor, as long as a company's what I don't like seeing is throwing your name on something and then not like doing anything, right? Yeah. Like thinking that because you put your name on it, I'd love to see them like activate on site, maybe throw out some sponsorships at some teams, whoever, and I think those companies understand that now.
Well, companies I've talked to in the past about this, I used to work with 6-0 when we did a lot of that stuff. I was like, if you're just gonna write a check and put your name on the title, you're just throwing your money away. You got, college kids are relational. They want to see you around. They want you giving them out. They want hats, free T-shirts.
They want free stuff. Yep. They want free stuff.
Well, yeah, and And that's my favorite. My favorite part of what I get to do in college pickleball is going to those events and hanging out with. I'm a 60-year-old man, and all my friends are 20. So.
But like, not for nothing, man. Like, I know it's probably not the, look everybody wants, but I mean, a credit card company coming in on the college space, if they could set up, I don't know what laws have changed. I remember they love getting in early on them college kids.
Yeah, Wells Fargo got my ass,
bro. Yeah. Like I got free T-shirts for days in college for signing up for them.
Remember, you'd go to the bookstore. And they'd put flyers in your receipt.
Yeah, there's the Wells Fargo like in the UF bookstore.
Yeah,
great.
Really.
Like, we had a credit union at FIU.
What about an energy drink? I was thinking an energy. This is not going to be a
heartbeat. The only thing is, like, again, it turns into bandwidth for activation. Like, they have a bunch of people that they send around, but I mean, what are they going to go to a college stop with 12 teams or a music festival with 4,000 people?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Rainstorm got me hooked by just giving out free drinks at the tour events.
Thank you,
man. I have one every day now.
Lifesaver. Oh, that might not be too good.
That might hurt your New Year's resolution. Yeah.
Well, I get the diet ones.
It's like Diet Coke. Yeah. So I mean, listen, I'm excited to see who it is. I'm excited to see what happens after the spring semester. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the second half of the season. I think that, like, there's a lot of things happening in the sport of college pickleball where you get to kind of, do what the pros did, is shape it and mold it and, figure it out.
Yeah. It'll be fun. I think we'll know probably by our next episode. I think we'll know something.
Let's break it.
We're going to break that news all day long. To all, what do we get? We average like over 100 views, man. It's great.
Yeah, dude.
And Hunter's one.
Dude. Yeah, no. I mean, all our guests have been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We got some good ones coming up too. So
next week might be a little tougher.
Are we getting Tito next week?
Yeah. Like Tito, we're gonna tag him in this. Clip this part. Tito is coming on. He's been begging me to get on the show, and so he says he's got some juicy stuff.
Yeah, I talked to him.
I think we're like too ingrained in the scene that people we just assume people know who everybody is. So Tito is the CEO of Duper. We're just Tito's coming on.
Yeah, and so I'm getting as soon as if we ever get off this podcast, I've got a call with the Tangs out in Arizona. They do a lot with their Collegiate Pickleball website.
Mm-hmm.
And so a couple weeks down the road, we need to get them on too.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
We can
put this on their site.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons we're having this call.
Yeah. I mean, I use their site all the time. Thank you for the calendar.
Yeah.
Great. They do a great job.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 15 of Pickleball U, the #1 collegiate pickleball podcast.
Thank God.
Thank you guys. Have a great one.